What's going on, growers? It's James Prigioni coming to you live from Jersey. It's November 5th today, and a little bit of rain and a bit of an overcast, but it's been a while since I've been on YouTube, so I wanted to bring you along for an update on how things are doing. Let's go! Looking into the food forest now, you can see we're definitely into fall, and a lot of you have followed along for the whole year as we started in early spring, showing you guys that the trees were just waking up. Through summer, through it all, as we've got the nice production and eating a lot of food, as a lot of things have changed as well, got rid of that tree. And the hazelnuts, they didn't do as great as we hoped this year, but we got big plans for them next year. A lot of that was because of squirrels and a lot of the chipmunks and stuff, but sometimes we like to share. We don't want to be too greedy with everything. But I'll tell you what, the chipmunks were greedy this year. Tuck's still in here. Some of you haven't seen him for a while. He wanted me to come make a video so he can say hi to everyone. And you can see a lot of the leaves have dropped, and we still got some kales and things growing. But for the most part, it's kind of the end of the season, the end of the growing season for us. We're kind of taking a break as the garden takes a break. This is the time of year where we like to do that because we're given the opportunity. But we've done a good job this year of adding a lot of things under trees, going more to strawberries under trees. That's kind of the idea. And we're going to come through and get rid of a lot of these raspberries too, get rid of some of the trees. And let me know if you guys want to see that. But I wanted to show you how things look now because things are going to look different this year. I'm going to be taking out a number of things. We're going to do a lot of pruning, so if you want to see that stuff, I can bring you along for that. Just let me know. This time of year right now is a great time to be able to look into the food forest and see kind of the spacing of some of the trees. I talked about it before, how this year got crazy with how much growth we had, an insane amount of growth. So now the trees have gotten relatively too close actually. So what I'm going to do is take some of those out and decide kind of which ones I want. Be more selective on the things that I want to grow, because that's kind of the idea now that we have great ones growing. We want to make sure we open up the space for them. And as you can move into here and see, some of these peach trees, really they're beautiful now. This is my favorite tree, and I haven't come through and painted it yet. I'm going to be doing that. So I want to make sure we're taking real good care of these fruit trees this year and working on them and working on the soil. That's kind of the idea of a whole system design. We want to focus on the trees. We want to focus on the soil even more. That's why we're going to be bringing more wood chips in. I'm also going to be doing a garden speech locally. If you guys want to see that, I'm going to do my first kind of garden presentation. We're going to be talking about Back to Eden gardening. It's in Allentown, New Jersey. So if you guys are local and you want to see that, let me know. The only thing is there's only about 30 seats. So you got to be serious about it. And if you are, let me know and message me on Facebook. That'll be the best way to get a hold of me, and I'll send you the address. But let me grab the camera and get behind it so I can give you a better view of some of the stuff in here. I'm in the back of the food forest now, and the first thing I notice is I'm just gonna have to do so much pruning this year. But that's gonna be fun. I love doing the pruning. It's one of my favorite things to do in the winter. So we're getting a little bit of drops on the camera. I have to be careful. And some of those fruits up there that didn't fruit, I'm gonna make sure I pull those off, because that's where the curculio, which likes to eat our fruit, that's where it likes to harbor and nest for next year. We've also got some tomatoes and a lot of annuals that didn't finish. So what I'm gonna do is bring those into the chicken pen, a lot of this stuff actually, and probably let it compost in there to make a big hot compost pile. Or if I want, I can leave it here and just layer more wood chips on top. And more strawberries we're adding, like we always like to do. This section I'm gonna change up from what it's been. I'm gonna do a few different things here. So I got some plans for that, I'll bring you along. The blackberries have gotten crazy. I need to prune those back also. And the asparagus here, looking really nice. Huge, expecting big things out of it this year. And all these strawberries under here, I'm excited about. This one is crazy here. This is the only pepper plant that lasted. Everything else died in the frost. So the food forest must keep its own thermal mass in order to keep that thing alive, because everywhere else outside of the food forest, things died in the frost. This is the only thing that made it, as I showed you all those tomatoes and stuff too. So it's got to be something about having its own thermal mass in here. I'm doing a little work in the greenhouse, and I'll bring you guys along for that as I get some things growing and stuff. But like I said, we were just taking a little bit of a break from YouTube for a little bit. That's today's video, growers. Thanks for watching. The rain really started to come down, and I don't want to get the camera too wet, so I have to button it up. I wanted to make it a little longer, but I wanted to touch bases with you guys, let you know we're still here. We're still making videos. The food forest is still working for itself as we kind of take a break. This is the time of year where I like to just, take a break and do some reading. We put a lot of content out this year. We had so much fun doing it, and I think it was like the past 16 months or something. We kept up on the channel about 2 to 3 videos every week. So we wanted to step back just a little bit enjoy some of the garden and kind of take a break from everything and from YouTube. So we thank you for letting us do that. We're gonna be back making content for you guys, pumping out as much value as we possibly can. That's our goal. We wanna get you guys growing. We wanna get you inspired to grow. We wanna get you encouraged to grow. And we want you growing as naturally as possible. The Back to Eden method, the food forest, is my favorite way to do it. When we work with nature, it's easier for us. That's kind of the idea. And the further we get from nature, the more work we have to do. We don't wanna do work, but we still wanna get the harvest. We wanna have fun doing it. We're gonna try to bring you along for all that. If you enjoyed the video, guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share it with your friends. This is important too. Don't forget that notification bell, because now that we didn't upload as much, you're not gonna see us in the subs as much. So hit that bell so you know every time we upload, guys, because we wanna be bringing it and connecting with you as much as we can. Smash the subscribe button, and don't forget to give some love in the comments for Tuck if you have all missed them. We'll be back at you real soon. Tuck and James Prigioni, we